Our histories, our stories would like to shine the light on Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker was the first African-American millionaire, according to the Guinness World Book of Records.
Madam C.J. Walker was born Sarah Breedlove in 1867 on a plantation in Delta, Louisiana, where her parents had been slaves before the Civil War. And her early life was really bleak. By the time she was 7 years old, both parents had died. She got married at 14, she said, to get a home of her own because she was being abused by a cruel brother-in-law, as she described him. She became a mother at 17 and a widow at 20.
She came from a humble background, working her way up from being a laundress to a very successful businesswoman. She was born on December 23, 1867 in Louisiana, but later in her life decided to move her operation to New York, where she promoted her business and partook in political and philanthropic activities. Madam C.J. Walker was a pioneer in the production of cosmetic products for black women, a demographic that was largely ignored in the industry at that time. Her interest in cosmetic products was due to her desire to find a solution to treat her hair loss and adverse scalp conditions. And with the help of her brothers, who were barbers at the time, she was able to come up with an adequate solution.
Necessity is always the mother of invention, and Madam C.J. Walker was losing her hair. There was no big line of hair care products for black women or white women at the time. People usually used home remedies. She eventually came up with her own formula, and the real secret was not the product itself, but it was washing her hair more often and applying an ointment that contained sulfur. And this was really pretty revolutionary at the time. You think about it, there was no penicillin, there was no aspirin. Skin care, scalp care was something that was really neglected. People didn't bathe very often. They washed their hair even less often, sometimes not at all during the winter. And as a result, a lot of people were going bald. They had really horrible scalp disease. Sarah Breedlove, who later became Madam C.J. Walker, was one of those women. And by developing this system, essentially, her scalp became healthy, her hair began to grow back.
The business grew from her door-to-door delivery to having thousands of African-American women as her sales agents. She became extremely wealthy and moved to New York with her daughter, who played a vital role in the business. As she became wealthy, she found it her responsibility to support the black community with her philanthropic works. She became very influential, making friends with notable African Americans such as Booker T. Washington, Mary Bethune, and W.E.B. Du Bois. She remained very active in politics and activism, lending her voice and financial support to causes within the black community. She was instrumental in raising funds for the establishment of a YMCA, initially donating $5,000 to the project. Madam C.J. Walker was involved in the funding of scholarship and educational programs in African American communities, including donating to scholarship funds for the Tuskegee Institute. Her move to New York widened her involvement in politics, especially with her group of influential friends. She was actively engaged in forums, conventions, and meetings, delivering powerful lectures on political, economic, and social issues. Her influence and wealth contributed to her becoming a leading voice for the black community and the empowerment of women with her business and other ventures. Within the African American community, Madam C.J. Walker will always be remembered as the first self-made millionaire and one of the wealthiest women of her time. Madam C.J. Walker was and still is an inspiration to the black community. She became a self-made millionaire, starting her business from absolutely nothing, and her work and dedication to the African American community changed countless lives. Walker died at the age of 51 on May 25, 1919, from kidney failure and hypertension. She was a successful businesswoman, an icon, a hero, and will always be remembered not just for her wealth, but for her impact on society.